I'm Ben Tom, and this is Ben Tom Loves GPK. Welcome back! If you joined me last time, we opened some awesome mail from eBay, including some OS1 cards with a blasted Billy all the way from Canada, an awesome sketch of Kim Kong drawn by the great Joe Radke, and also a couple records from Green Jelly, their new album Garbage Band Kids. It was a lot of fun. I thought this time we should go over my Series 2 collection, and also my collection of one of my favorite Garbage Pail Kids, Bent Ben. So why don't we go ahead and get into it. Garbage Pail Kids Series 2 came out in October 1985. I wasn't even born yet. It's got 84 stickers in the set, consisting of 42A to 83A and 42B to 83B. I had 3 packs that I was lucky enough to score from Mr. Mark Allen, but of course I had to open one. I'm going to get around to opening these other ones eventually. Series 2, just like Series 1, didn't have a very big printing run since they didn't know how popular it was going to be. So by Series 3 and 4, they were printing a ton of it. So that means now Series 1 and 2 are getting harder and harder to come by. I was lucky enough to score a whole bunch of Series 2 cards in this giant lot that I got recently, along with a couple other picks here and there. So I've been able to put together a Series 2 set, which makes me really happy. And just real quick before we jump into it, we'll talk about some variations and stuff. And that's getting real deep into it. So whenever they made these, they made some that had shiny, glossy backs, and they made some that had kind of a more duller matte back, you know, like a regular card. And depending on the series, either matte or glossy is more favorable. But of course, I'm still learning. And there's also variations where you'll see some cards have 1 checker and then others have 2. And then also they can have different backs. Of course, if you're just trying to build a basic set, you don't really need to worry about all that. But you know me, I want to have it all. So that's what I'm trying to do. So that's just Patty, Putty, and Mug and Megan. There's like 5 of them right there. Ain't that crazy? Of course, we got all these other guys, and I'm still putting these together. Most of them are in pretty good shape. As far as the quality goes, that's not the most important thing to me, because I'm not really trying to sell these. I just like to collect them. But I love Series 2. There's a lot of really good characters in it. And right here, we'll see Double Heather and her sister, Schizo Fran. Schizo Fran caused some issues, and they decided to change the name to a more friendly name, Fran Fran. So this Schizo Fran card is somewhat rare, or at least it's kind of popular. So that's a good one to have, her and her sister. They ended up doing 3 printings of Series 2. And in the 3rd printing, they totally got rid of Schizo Fran and replaced her with Fran Fran. So if you can get a Schizo Fran or a checklist that has Schizo Fran on the back, that's good stew cooking right there. There's Jolted Joel. He's one of my favorites, along with his brother Live Mike. And of course, you can't forget Frying Ryan. He is awesome. Definitely one of my OG favorites from when I was a kid. There's a lot of really good cards in Series 2. Dead Fred, Tommy Gunn, of course Jolly Roger, Pegleg Peter, and on to the other side. Got Greaser Greg and Chris Hiss, Spacey Stacy, and Janet Planet. As you can see, there's a lot of really popular characters in this series. Hot Scott, and one of my favorites right there, Lukewarm. So yeah, there's just a lot of really popular characters in this series too. You can see why it got as popular as it did, because there wasn't anything like this before. So just from that lot, putting all these together, I don't think I have a full variation set, but I'm getting pretty close. And like I was talking about those matte backs and the glossy backs, I only have a couple of the matte backs. I'm not super concerned on getting all of them unless I somehow hit the lottery, which would be neat. So yeah, Series 2. Not too bad right there. And by the way, all that info I provided about Series 2 came from the website gpk.com, spelled www.geepeekay.com. You guys really need to check it out if you ever want to learn anything about Garbage Pail Kids, because it has everything you would ever need on it. Along with my base set, of course, I have a ton of extras. I'm eventually going to start going through these and trading them off and giving them to buddies. Most of these came from that giant lot I got, which we will get into. But just simply put, when I went over there and I saw all these cards, there were so many of these Series 2 cards that I knew I had to have it. Because like I said, they're getting hard to come by. And I love them. So we got so many extras here. A bunch of Fry and Ryans and Shard Chads. That makes me a happy camper. Just need some more Greaser Gregs and Chris Hisses, because all of mine are in beat up shape. Oh, and of course, how could we forget about Odd Todd? And there's Bent Ben. You know Bent Ben, he's one of my favorites. He's just the coolest, and he was the first Garbage Pail Kid to have my name. So he's got a special place in my heart because of that. Because of that, I wanted to start collecting some Bent Ben cards. Turns out there's a bunch of other Bens already that have been on the hunt that are way ahead of me. But through my perilous journey, I became friends with many people, including some other Bens, and including another Ben K, who had a whole bunch of Bent Bens and just knew how much I was digging the guy, so he wanted to help a brother out, and we worked out a really awesome trade so that I could start having some awesome Bent Bens too. So I thought we would check those out next. These didn't all come from Ben K. Shout out to Ben Kellogg, great dude. But I went ahead and mixed them all in together. But of course there's an original Bent Ben. And then I want to say all these came from Ben Kellogg, so thank you very much. And I'm probably not going to get the names right on some of these super fractors, but apologies. This is a Chrome 2 version of Bent Ben. A pencil sketch version of Bent Ben. This was the original drawing that became the final painting. There's a refractor. Real shiny, huh? That's even shinier. It just keeps going. Wow. Look at that. Gotta love it. And this one's got the black border on it. This has got the gold border on it. And then we dive into the new. If you know anything about Garbage Pail Kids and what's going on now, they got Sapphire cards, and they're the big hype. People are losing their mind for them. And I need to get me some too, of course. So thanks to Ben Kellogg, I have a base Ben, which of course I already had. But thanks to Mr. Ben Kellogg, I have me a green Bent Ben, numbered 46 of 50. And as you saw, an orange Bent Ben. Look at that beautiful guy. 17 of 25. Those are fantastic. Thank you, Mr. Kellogg. I really appreciate that awesome trade we did. These are so cool. Not only did I get these cards, though, as you can probably see in the background, he sent me this little toy. Because they made Garbage Pail Kids toys. Because, of course, they made everything. And this looks really neat. Maybe I'll open it one day, but probably not. He said he had 4 of them, so he could spare one. I really appreciate it. Thanks again, man. So as you just got a little taste of, there's way more than just Garbage Pail Kid cards. They made toys, they made shirts, blankets, you name it, there's a Garbage Pail Kid on it. On top of that, there's so many awesome artists that make their own Garbage Pail Kids and put their own touch on it. Speaking of, I was on Facebook the other day and saw that someone actually had a puppet commissioned for themselves of their favorite character. I thought it was kind of silly at first, until the next day I saw someone else have one made for themselves. Got me thinking, it would be kind of cool if I had a puppet of one of my favorite Garbage Pail Kids. I wonder.